Oh, shoot. Ah, no. It again. All right. I think we're on now. Sorry about the first. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry. Let me. Uh-oh. I hear myself. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. I had myself. Anyway. Hi, everybody. How's everybody this evening? I am so happy to see everybody. I don't know if everybody is aware, but Chantel is changing her content. So we might be having a little bit of a sad funeral this evening for Chantel's content this night. So thank you for all who are joining me at this crazy late hour. I have just been watching and just assessing Chantel as a healthcare provider and just trying to figure out just the number of the story in my mind, having been somebody who has probably assessed hundreds of patients in her career for multiple types of illnesses, that something is just not sitting well with me in Chantel's story. I'm just going to be totally honest about that. That the story is not sitting well with me. So anyway, my Nightbot came in. Okay, so Nightbot is working. That's awesome. I told everybody I was going to try to make some adjustments here. So hi everybody. I have seen I type in cats because I have vision issues. I'm not upset, everybody. Oh, okay, Jamie. I just have Nightbot going, and Nightbot is particularly wild. So I'm so sorry, Jamie, that you're typing in caps and Nightbot is upset about that. I'm so sorry. They think you're shouting at us, but I don't think so. So I'm sure everybody has been watching all the different content about Chantel, and I'm here just to give my medical perspective about her kind of entire week. But I think I'm just going to put my disclaimers out, and then I think we're just going to watch her latest video, which is very short. And I say hi to everybody in the chat. I recognize you all, everybody that's here. Thank everybody that's here, that's watching me, that is participating in the chat. I am, so sorry, Chantel, that I have not been doing as much content about you this week, girl. I have been having a lot of fun doing content. And so if you want to check it out, I have been doing content on glitter and lasers and some of her fashion hauls. And then she, like, in the midst of it, and this is how it becomes fascinating for me as a Kodiak Orin, she starts like getting emotional about stuff, or she starts talking about her lipedema. I thought she said lymphedema because it's an accent thing for me, but it was lipedema. So anyway, I just want to say, like any good night nurse, okay, I've got my props, okay? I've got my I'm a nurse, what's your superpower mug? I've got obviously my blanket, because you can't be on a night shift and not be wrapped up in a blanket. Every nurse out there knows what I'm talking about. And hi, everybody. And then, I have the flowers are still going. So if you've been watching my lives for a little bit, you know that I purchased these flowers for $3.99 at Trader Joe's. And I think these flowers might outlive Chantel's current arc that she has going on. And they're real. So, yes, I have that. And then on top of it, if she gets me really going, Salty Barbie nurses is always can come out too. Because, I have to have support. And I have my dog Junebug. She's here, so I might bring her up to meet everybody in a second. And then last prop, if I have to get real clinical with Chantel's nonsense, because there's just so many things that she does not reveal when she talks that I'm just like, it's just doesn't it just there's so many gaps in her story. So I'm gonna try to play maybe one of her shorter, more recent medical nonsense videos after we look at the one we're here to see, which is her breakup with part of her content video, which is just her milking and scamming, and that's why we call this Scam-atica too, because the sciatica is an absolute scam. So anyway, here we go. Say that they may outlive Chantel. Uh, is that what you think, Don to Dusk? That I thought you would might the flowers might outlive Chantel. Uh, uh, I should have gotten a prop of the blue pot to bring up because I found out what the blue pot is. Aren't these beautiful though? Look, this one's still trying to bloom. I just put a little bit more water in it every day. That's about it. So anyway, yeah, aren't they gorgeous? $3.99. Anyway, I've got the stethoscope. So when I really need to have that, Viva la Flora. Oh, Viva la Flora. Absolutely. Chantel is off the chain. It's the greatest scam on YouTube at the moment. It really is. It's just a big old scam. And there's so many things in layers, like questions as to whether the picture of her in the wheelchair is actually just her sitting and then photoshopped into a wheelchair. So she's not actually even in a wheelchair. Obviously, concerns about her, clinic hopping and doctor shopping and whether she's even in a clinic. She's lying around, suppose she's loving not having to go on camera. Absolutely loving the fact that nobody talking about if her face is swollen, if the hijab on right, if her what are we talking about over here? It's just so much. Anyway, I am going to take a quick peek see through the chat. Make sure we're not missing anything. The wheelchair. Catherine says the wheelchair is giving Dr. Strangelove vibes. Yes, and Peter Sellers, it was actually from my hometown in England. So there we go. Isn't that strange? But yes, it is very. I feel that she's mocking people. She really is on a mocking, and every time I hear her talk, I'm just like, oh. And then, okay, I have a conspiracy theory, and I don't think I can find the part where but she never spoke about having a pain scale. And now suddenly she talks about the nurses using a pain scale. And I did a video where I talked about using the pain scale and using the PQRST scale to, assess pain and stuff. Now she's given it a scale out of 10. So she's, anytime any channel says anything, she mimics everybody. She's no personality. She starts talking about vitamin D, which cheekbones and she and I are already talking about when we're going to collaborate. So look out for that. We're going to do like a professional panel of registered dietitian, myself a registered nurse, and actually talk about the science and some of the food. And if you're interested in really kind of digging into the medical and not just the sort of drama and name calling and so forth, then come to this content. Because over here, if you enjoy having like the medical conversation and really want to kind of dig into that, then I think this is where I try to fill the gap in it for content. Anyway, 94 people in there. If you haven't hit the likes, hit the likes. Hopefully Nightbot is being kind. Okay, I'm going to go up. I'm going to try to go up. If anybody has sent me any super chats, and I'm not saying that I anticipate anything like that. I'm not like Chantel. I'm not sitting here with like oh, maybe I should do a bribe. Like, if you want to send the super chat, this is like a Chantel bribe. I don't know. Does she do this? If you want to see Junebug, my dog, live on camera, first person. No, I'm just teasing. All right, let's take a look. Okay. Oh, 2 Dalmatians in a pit. Oh, you have to check out her page. She has the cutest dogs that she's rescued that are deaf. And the pit is a little deaf one, and that's the first one she rescued. And Dalmatians, I think, are born historically deaf. So if you want to check out some really cute little stuff, go check out her channel. So that's nice to see you there. We got Jamie's here in the house. Hi, Yala. Now I know it's Yola. Okay. We got EM in the house. We hope everyone is definitely doing well today. We've got Miss Catherine is here. Foodie's like the Crowded House song and the New Zealand weather. 4 seasons of one day. Absolutely. She is 4 seasons in one day and 15 shades of gray. She don't get to 50. She'd like to. We got Miss Santiago here. Hello, Santiago. Oh gosh, you know what? I forgot. Hold on. One more prop. Hold on. Sorry, I got my snuggle. I got 1,000 blankets. Just in honor of Foodie, just in case we need it, in case she makes a funny noise. I got the Sol de Janeiro here, you know, because she talked about it the other day, taking it on the plane. So I'm full on trolling her today. Okay, all right. We got Boo Squeezy in the house. This will last about 3 days. Oh, the new changes in her content. Oh, yes. That, drop it in the chat. How long you think her new arc will last? Okay, I think we brought in Miss Catherine already. Who else we got in here? Oh, was I muted? Now I'm back? Hopefully I'm back. Yeah, I think everyone hears me now. Okay, that's right at the beginning. Okay, we're good. Okay, maybe we got Debbie in the house. Hey, Miss Gentledenia here. Miss Danielson's here. Make sure I hopefully got Miss Kimberly in. We got Ultimate Chaos in the house. We got Miss Paulina in the house. Miss Tammy K. Hey. And unlike Foodie, I don't even care about memberships. I'm not in the place. Oh, Miss Neuro Spicy here. Jumping in quick, send some channels. Thank you. Waiting for GP to ring me so they'll catch the replay. Oh, well, I hope everything goes okay. Oh, I hope okay. Oh, more exercise approved. Okay, well, I hope it goes well. Let's all wish my Neuro Spicy life well. All right. And we might have to get to the phrase of the day before we get going. But yeah, at some point. Let's just keep going. Eileen. Okay. Linda Lou's in the house. I'm waiting for people to jump on. And then we got there. And I think that's everybody. So let's just get over to Foodie. Because, let me get my disclaimers real fast. Sorry. Just so that we can let me change the stage for a second here. Okay. There we go. Always fair use, want to make sure everything's fair. Obviously, we're here just for entertainment purposes only. Opinion, commentary, roasting, and some ranting is a form of criticism with a good dose of sarcasm, and and we are aware it is the lowest form of wit. There is no personal dislike, bullying, or hatred supported on this channel or against those whose videos are featured. Any hateful comments will be removed from this channel, but very funny ones are much welcomed. We need the funny. Hello, Fatnama in the house. Happy Saturday. We're maybe from all parts of the globe. For some of you, it may be early. For some of you, it may be late. Some of you might be getting home from a restaurant. Some of you might be getting ready to go out and just have me not rambling on here about Foodie's nonsense here in the background. And then lastly, because Foodie doesn't ever think about this, and I think this is something I have not seen a lot of this in our community. There's a few channels, and I think it's really important just because of the type of content that she gets into, and it's wild content sometimes. Obviously, we do talk about sensitive materials here, and topics discussed may be difficult for some to watch. It may include, obviously, with Foodie, eating disorders, mental health, and general health topics. And just a trigger warning for anybody with common sense and a brain. If you're not comfortable with this kind of content watching, then I recommend you click away, especially late night. When I get late night, Saturday night, Ray, Life and Vibe coming in to do live streams, because we get a little bit more adult now. I have a lot of channels that are in and out throughout the day. But I think, this is our chance to get late night. And, I don't have a lot of people might be recording at the moment because she just released this thing. So I do appreciate the 109 souls who are here. If you're new to this channel, make sure that you like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I think I was like at 1,698 subs today. So if you haven't subbed yet, I would so love that, just in order to get to 1,700. And I can't tell if I'm getting to 1,700 or not. Your boyfriend's showering. Woo! All right, girl. You go, girl. You go. I watch soaps. Your boyfriend showers. Yeah, it's like kind of watching Our Real Housewives, but like not quite as, but Sean, isn't there like a Real Housewives of Dubai or something? Chantel trying to get that. Thank you, who said she does nothing, no friends, no nothing to talk. Well, I don't see like I've got a lot of friends on a Saturday night. I'll be absolutely honest. But and that's one of the things that a lot of people have been talking about, and not to get into a totally different topic, but one that I'm looking to explore maybe on another channel I have, and I haven't really explored this channel. But yeah, it does get more difficult as you get older to have, the kind of friendships you had when you were super young, unless you were probably in, say, the entertainment industry or in an industry where you were out and meeting a lot of people. I know just kind of doing work even in healthcare and the hours that you keep, or trying to do YouTube creation or whatever people are trying to do, you do kind of don't see people quite as much. It is difficult. So it is kind of weird. So, and there was somebody who was talking about that recently, and there's been a lot of talk, even at governmental levels, about loneliness and so forth. And I think it's, even if you get out and try to meet people, because I'm very participative, and just an aside, and we'll do to Chantel. That they I went to travel as an RN for about 18 months in North Carolina and South Carolina here in the US. And I was very fortunate because when I worked in Charlotte, I did have very good friends of mine who lived literally 30 minutes away from where I lived and worked at the time. So I was in about an hour when I lived somewhere else. So I was able to connect with them quite frequently. And then I would come home back to my place here in Virginia and make sure, and kind of catch up with my friends and do stuff. But it's funny because now it's been quite a few years and my friends' children have gotten older. And so I have a couple of friends I see fairly regularly, but that are, even my friend was saying to me the other day, and he's a 50-year-old male. He has no kids, pretty successful, a lot of free time because of the type of business he has given him lots of free time. And even he was saying about how he's my friend Rob. So if you've looked at my shorts or you've seen my birthday vlog and you've seen my bodybuilder type friend, that's my friend Rob. And he was saying about how he's just bored and he wants to do stuff. So he loves coming out and doing like the shorts and stuff with me just because he loves to get out and do stuff. And he is somebody who's going to be, doing fitness. Anyway, all right, let me not keep going on. All right, let me get to Foodie. Let's get to that. I've made a decision. All right. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready to get into this? I think we are. Let's just go. Oh, hold on. Before we go, let me do one thing. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. She's on this. I'm going to add her to the stage. One, I need to add Foodie to the stage. Two, I need to change Foodie's audio. Just so she has better audio. Okay. I'm getting a little bit better, I think. Hopefully, I can, now that I've been able to add Nightbot, I can start adding polls. Oh, yeah, Dank Fupa. Yes, she's so good. She's excellent. She really is. She's excellent. Yeah, she's really. And Chantel is just hates, man. And she's mentioned she hates the way I pronounce her name. I've heard her. She don't like me, but she says between cheekbones and I, or anybody. So I feel like anybody who's a healthcare professional and who's commenting on Chantel, she's using us as her like medical stuff, and because she just repeats everything we say. Absolutely wild. Anyway, let me make Chantel's on the stage. Chantel's on the stage. All right, guys, I've already gone for 22 minutes. I need to bring Miss Chantel on. All right, let's go. I need to trim this for my upload. Okay, let's go.
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Hey, guys, hey. I know your girlfriends love to watch me. So what better way to say I love you this Valentine's Day than to get your special someone a personalized video from me on Cameo. Get yours now and don't delay. Make Valentine's Day a special day. Hey guys, hey! Welcome back to another video. I want to start by saying a big thank you to the sweetie who made the cute art I will be using in this video. So, I have decided to make another change to my content. Recently, I have decided to make my entire relationship private, and I really like this. So, I have decided to do the same for some other things in my life as well. I have decided to keep anything related to my health private. That includes anything related to my weight also. I will not be talking about anything health related at all, or how I'm feeling, etc. When I make content from now on, it will be totally unrelated to anything private about myself. I will not tell the internet any more about my mental health, diabetes, weight, etc. I'm planning on making videos and live streams going forward.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Kimberly Ann. She's reading a script. Sciatica potentially gone. She is the queen of confirmation bias. she is. You think she's gone back to Canada? Channel is toast, reality chica. Absolutely. Little Seven in the house. She says this and then gives a health update. It make sense. Did she give another update since she's released this one? Because I think she just released this. God, I don't want to move this around. Let me see, because I have a tendency to be really bad. I want to say she just released this like 2 hours ago. Has she released something since that time? She's killing her channel. Sit down and do mukbangs. I don't know, because then that would be people talking about her channel. We're about to hear what she says she's going to try to do. I don't think she mentions mukbang. So let's just kind of unpack what she has decided to get rid of. Okay. All right. So she's killing her channel, says Brooke. And she said she's the one who created her bees, and we talked about getting. This is why it's late night, okay? And I'm a medical professional, and I understand that has been part of Chantel's health history. So we can't, she's this. Yes, let's see. No words so far. Absolutely. And no, she just said she's not doing it anymore, and finished the video by talking about all the stuff she said she won't talk about anymore. She's basically nothing but eating now, silently. I don't know. She's supposed to be coming out with, I'm guessing she'll be coming out with content like go sort of in the direction of maybe Shelby Church, maybe an inspo channel. We don't know. I mean, she doesn't have expertise in anything. And she's obviously not wanting to do the lifestyle vlogging, and she doesn't want to do the reaction channel. So she's taken out, she's killed the couples channel. So she's put out a Valentine's cameo, but she killed the couples channel. No, she's not. No, Shelby Church. Yeah, she'll be doing 600 pounds in no time. Yeah, she'll rehash stories from high school. Oh gosh, that's always one of the things when I hear her talking, Santiago, is Miss Chantel. Talking about high school. I have a friend of mine who's like a guy friend who I went to university with many years ago. We're talking like it's been getting like over 30 years since I graduated from this university, because I've been a couple of times, but when I was in England young. And he only wants to seemingly talk to me about those times. And I don't want to talk about something that happened 30 years ago. If I'm talking to you, I probably want to talk about current things more than I want to talk about, things I barely remember from 30 years ago. And they're either because I was admittedly, intoxicated and probably smoking some hashish like Miss Chantel back in the day. Or that probably is a word I can get away with on this live stream, because it probably is not particularly used here. And anyway, she said she wasn't going to talk about her health, her mental health, her just like literally her diabetes, her blood sugars. So everything that she has literally made content about over the past arrival, or just a long time. Like, yes. And she's been 22 years in the past. Hey, happy Saturday evening. Welcome to the Late Night Saturday Club. We're here, we're adults roasting Chantel late night on a Saturday night here, led by me, registered nurse here in the United States. If you do like this type of content, hit the like, subscribe, help me get to 1,700 souls to the Health Nuts Club, because here we talk about but we may be having to end this because Chantel has ended the channel. So she's going to be, using her expertise in other areas. So let's continue with what she's got. So we got Nightbot. So I don't know. Nightbot go wild sometimes. I just, I didn't have a mod, so I have Nightbot. Okay. She's just playing hardball with the haters.
The videos I would like to make are basically cooking and eating videos. So I'll probably start my video with some cooking clips and then finish with some mukbanging of what I prepare. I have some recipes I would like to share and some new ones I would like to try. For the live streams, I will develop a VTuber style of streaming and will try my best to come up with some theme nights or gaming, but I will completely ignore any comments or questions that I do not feel comfortable answering or that are too personal. So don't take offense if this happens to you. I remember reading a quote that there is so much peace in living a private life and not telling anyone your business, especially not the internet. And it's so true. I have shared every aspect of my life pretty much for 6 years. And this channel anniversary, which just passed, I want to try and be consistent with bringing you content.
So I'm curious if she thinks this is going to be the content to get her to 100,000 subscribers that she hasn't had to pay for. She's for somebody who has absolute terrible problems with her health related to food, who has an apparent ED, who triggers other people who have EDs or recovered from EDs. I don't understand why she's going to content that potentially YouTube will take her off the platform for, in my mind. I really think, I don't know. Let me see if I can get Nightbot to do me a poll. Let me see. Let me get into my Nightbot. All right, let me get it. Let me see if Nightbot will let me do a poll. Hold on, let me log in. I can do a giveaway. It says I thought I could do a poll. Okay. Okay. All right. Nobody wants to look me doing that. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll figure that out later. But anyway, yeah, I just don't think that's something that the kettle still traumatizes you. Ultimate chaos. I'm so sorry to hear that. A little warm hug for ultimate chaos over there, because that the kettle traumatizes it. I'll tell you that Foodie's blue pot. When I finally saw the picture of that thing traumatized me. One, for the waste of the money on such a nice looking pot. Two, just everything. Yeah, watch out, Natasha. Old Nightbot hates capital letters. It thinks it's screaming. I don't set up the commands. I don't have the expertise yet in the Nightbot. I just wanted to make sure I had something somewhat acting as a moderator tonight. Okay, cooking video. You think the cooking video? Somebody else is saying about her cooking from Thailand. Let's see. And from what I could see, let's see. Shelly had something good. What's she gonna vlog about? She cooks something slightly better than Amber and managed to make Thailand born. Well, my concern is that Chantel does not cook. Chantel plates, okay? That's what Chantel does. Chantel does not cook a meal. Chantel knows nothing. I would make better cooking content than Chantel. And Chantel is it's like you want Nightbot to think of what Chantel's cooking is? The chicken carcass spaghetti. If her cooking is anything like that hubcap of a pot pie that she popped out, how can we not talk about her raging blood sugars? How is that not possible? Or her neuropathy? She gonna do wheel around back in the chair again in that tiny kitchen in Kuwait? I don't know what she thinks she's gonna be doing. Honestly, it's nonsense. Nobody's gonna want to watch. Chantel is not gonna compete with people. She has no cooking skills. I mean, she's no Jesus Christ. Chantel plates. It's going to be microwaving cheese. That's my concern. Oh God, nobody wants to see it, and then watch a mukbang. Seriously, back to Chantel nonsense.
That is not about my life. When I can, I will do travel content as well. Even vlogging around Kuwait is not health related, so I can also do that. And also shopping hauls as well. I will leave you with a final health update though, because I already mentioned this anyways in my recent live stream, that I am on the mend, alhamdulillah. I did not need a wheelchair today at the clinic, and I was able to do a lot more walking and activity than usual with much less pain. Once I'm well enough, I will be back to planning some travel. I will not let anything hold me back, even if I have to roll around on the ground to get there.
Does not happen that way. Unless she had something acute that was repaired, and unless she really is walking, but how she suddenly went from saying she's just going to be bedbound forever and now she's out. I mean, she needs to be out the wheelchair. Do not misunderstand me as a registered nurse and trying to get someone to move with the supposed sciatica that Chantel was. But sciatica just doesn't clear up like that either. She just is. I felt and I'm going to be honest here. And I feel that when scams are being put out, which is why I put Scam-atica out in my title for this live stream. Let me change. Hold on. I think let me change my audio real fast. Oh no, hold on, guys. I'm changing my mic because I'm going to say something. Because I seriously feel that Chantel at this moment is. I am healthy now. My sciatica is in remission. Yes, ultimate chaos. Chantel is amazing because she's been getting sun on those legs of hers. Did you not hear what her method for healing is? She's all about the sun now. So, because I think, and I know I mentioned, and I know Cheekbones told me she mentioned about vitamin D, and I'm sure other people potentially have. I don't have the time to watch everybody's content. A couple of creators who here supporting me on the channel, like Rose Thorn Reacts and Are You Serious? I do watch their content. I feel like they have some really good points to make. So that is content I do watch. Some of the other stuff that gets into all the drama and a lot of the I don't get into that. I get more into the harm that this person is potentially doing. And for her, she is a wild ride. And I feel that she has used people on YouTube who are sympathetic to her. And at a time when she was not making a lot of money and she needs to get money because she's been flying a lot, she's been doing all these different things. I'm not saying I don't think she's had something wrong, but I think her lack of detail in being able to say exactly what was wrong with her, for somebody who's been so open about her life and had talked about it so much and had made so much money off of people and shut her channel down and did all these different things. I think what she did to her channel and her channel members is really unethical. And I do not like, as a medical professional, people using illnesses and health related diseases they don't really legitimately fully have without full transparency as to what's happening in order to gain sympathy and potentially money. And we know so many stories of people who have faked cancers, who have done all sorts of GoFundMe's, and it's just wild. And you, I think Chantel has been a little dishonest with her audience. That's kind of, yeah, she doesn't, Madonna says, doesn't she have diabetes neuropathy, hence the vitamin B shots? She does have diabetes, and I would not be surprised that she did not have diabetic neuropathy. But I don't know, she's never mentioned neuropathy. The only thing she talks about is the sciatica. And then I don't think she's mentioned anything except lower back pain is the other part. Lower back pain, sciatica. And then she has differing symptoms. So sometimes she only feels comfortable standing. Sometimes she only feels comfortable sitting. She has to roll out of bed. She has to be in the wheelchair. But now she seems like she's in remission. Oh, yes, about all of those, Natasha. Yes. Jen says she talked about numbness down her legs. Well, I mean, that could be for a number of reasons. Numbness down the legs could be due to neuropathy. It could be due to venous insufficiency. It could be due to having uh potentially something compressing a nerve somewhere that's causing that nerve not to function correctly and causing numbness. It could be that there was damage to the nerve and that could cause numbness. Some people, when they have procedures that, cause big surgical incisions, that will obviously cut a lot of nerves. And, when they that whole area will be numb, and then people will actually feel the numbness and the tingling and everything growing back. So there's a lot of different things that can cause it. And I think that I have no problem. Your doctor subscribe never I've never heard that as a prescription for sciatica. The one things that I do hear, obviously, some use of anti-inflammatories, and that's going to be dependent on whether or not you have cardiac issues and can even take certain types of anti-inflammatories. It will be a lot of stretching, physical therapy. They're going to try to ask you to walk through the pain a little bit. That is the treatments that I've had with patients who have come to me with active sciatica. And so she is just, just it's just too much. She's I mean, she obviously has got poor mobility issues. We've seen the walking videos. I think we had such a blast and a good time watching her be so immobile in that walking video that she ditched the walking and was lying on the couch soon after that. And I don't think that she didn't cause herself some discomfort, because at one point when she was all in those monkey balls and stuff, she was pulling and stretching, and she also had that long plane. She's extremely heavy. She's not very active. I mean, Chantel, she has diabetes. I mean, she probably has neuropathy for sure. At least has started. Absolutely, if she's had diabetes and it's at that level and it's not managed, and she stopped showing the blood sugars, her weigh-ins are just nobody can believe it. Sorry, let's get back. She's been a chronic overshare. And I almost want to think, how long do you think this will last? Like a week again? Pop a comment in the chat uh, on what you think as we watch her next part. How long you think this new arc will last? The Foodie is back, because she can't be doing mukbangs the size she is on YouTube. I mean, she does that. She's gonna give me more fodder to come in and react to what she's doing as a diabetic, because she eats for garbage. Sorry. Sandra said something good, and I'm sorry I missed it. If anybody sent me anything, and I've had times that people have been very kind and sent me super chats and stuff, and if I've missed it, I apologize. I'm going to try to look at my page while we go back to Chantel. Let me make sure I get the right sound for Chantel. Hold on. All right, Chantel, back to you.
I will not stop living my life in any way I can. I know many of you enjoy the cooking and mukbangs, and a lot of you don't. That's okay. One does not have to watch content they don't enjoy. Actually, I wouldn't recommend doing so. So, yeah, that's my plan for the channel going forward. I like having a mix of both recorded videos as well as live streams. My real dream, though, is to travel and experience as much of the world as I can. So far, I've been to the United States, in particular Florida, New York. I've been to Cuba, Kuwait, Qatar, and Thailand, and more to come, inshallah. It might not seem like many places to some, but for someone like me with anxieties and health issues, it's a good start. I never thought I would want to travel or that I would ever travel this far and live in the Middle East. This goes to show that no matter how much future planning you do, living in the present is more important because plans always change. Things happen, we change, life changes. Long term planning just doesn't work well with me, and I'm too spontaneous and change my mind too frequently. It also shows that anything is possible.
Okay, Chantel, I'm going to give you a little advice. And I'm even new to, doing YouTube or anything of that nature as far as being anything in social media. And the lady who gave the donut mom from TikTok, you want to see my horrified face on her? Take a look. Uh, uh, my friend, my nurse, my son, jumping in quickly, say hello and send some channels to your way. Oh, you're back. You're back again. Okay. Oh, was that an earlier one? Okay. Sorry. Gosh, I'm the worst. Okay. Sorry. How did I get that lost? My girl Waffles. Sandra says she never follows through. What do you mean? She never follows through. I was saying, check out my response on that crazy stuff. But anyway, was forced to join TikTok. What is this? Live in the present, remember the past, and fear not the future, for it doesn't exist, and never shall. There is only new. Why is she putting all these quotes? See, Chantel is trolling me because I have been using in my Ava Live RN avatar motivational quotes. Chantel, I'm gonna match you. I'm gonna say here something, but let me not waste my channel members and drop people off like that. But Chantel, nobody wants to see your mukbangs. Nobody. Drop a yes in the chat if you really want to see Chantel in a mukbang, because she just did mukbangs. She just did. She didn't call them mukbangs, but she did the hubcap pot pie. She did the, what else did she do? She did the oh god, the taco feast. She did the tuna sandwich that she didn't finish. She did another sandwich. She did probably some other horrendous breakfast feast. And I mean, if she's okay, so we still get to see Chantel increase her blood sugars on a daily basis. Great. Okay. And then she said she don't want to talk about her personal life and she's going to be out traveling. And we've all seen the Canada vlogs and they were terrible. And then she's lied about her health and she just wants to forget about it because everybody is reacting and just will not let it go with her because it's so bad. And myself, like I said, as a licensed medical professional here in the United States, and I have an active current unencumbered license and I have had for over a decade in nursing. I hate a medical scammer. It's my pet peeve. And Chantel is scamming hard on the medical at this point. Anyway, let's get back to her nonsense. I don't think she's patronizing at the moment too. So this is late night. 220 souls in the house. Hit the likes if you like this content. Junebug, come say hi to everyone. Nope, she's back on the chair. Okay, she refuses. If I can get her over here, I will. What did you think? She probably hears me ranting about Chantel. But no fupa flashes. No fupa flashes. Never want to watch it. Unfortunately, Eileen, you're going to have to watch Chantel stuff her face because the mukbangs are happening and she's doing the cooking videos. What can I say? So, Nightbot is jealous of waffles. Nightbot is wild, probably in the chat. I said, hope you learned your lesson. Is this what my Nightbot is saying? Chantel has possessed my night bot. I'm sorry. Sorry, my girl waffles. It's, yeah, kind of jealous. It is. Absolutely. All right, let's get back. Junebug, I know. If you ever watch my shorts, you'll watch. You actually see scamming comes out. Yeah, as well, because I am an Anglo-American and I've lived in both. And my mom, yeah, it's, you know, I just react to other people's nonsense, but I do show a little tiny bit of my personal life on my shorts. So yeah, but I do. I grew up in both places. My mother's American. My stepfather was from the UK. I grew up in America. I grew up in the UK. I lived in Mexico too. So I'm all over the place. But what's really interesting, and this is just a preface. Let me make sure I always have the right audio going. I also had a teenage mom like Chantel. So my mom was 17 when I was born. And I also don't think it's worthy of using all of these things as reasons not to try to succeed in life. And I think at 40 years old, I don't think that you can never change as a person, but I think that she's had a tough road because her biggest thing is needing to take care of her health. And if her whole entire content is going to be mukbangs and cooking, and she doesn't cook. She plates food. Don't get it, Chantel. You're going to kill your channel. I'm here for the party. And I got the flat. Dearly beloved, we have gathered. I feel like I'm copying Zachary and Michael, but I really do feel like we do need to give like the sort of requiem to Chantel's channel today. And if I knew how to get a free, unencumbered license piece of the requiem music to play for Chantel's channel's death that she is wishing upon it. Let me get the white flowers out because that would be more funeral-like. Chantel, and I have a black scarf. So everybody, get your black on, get your flowers out. Chantel has killed her channel. Official. She's going to be live streaming more with topics, supposedly. She can't live stream. Anyway, all right. I lost people on my rant. Let's go.
If you allow it. Now, I know I have said the same thing many times, and I always go back to oversharing somehow. But I really think I will stick to my guns this time, guys. I think it's because before I didn't actually value my privacy, and I would clam up in the past due to being overwhelmed with the internet and the constant opinions on how I should live my life, what I should eat, so on and so forth. That would become too overwhelming for me. Well, now I do get overwhelmed sometimes, but I'm more used to the social media environment and its ways. And this time, I just simply value my privacy more than ever. Now, I am sure people will attribute this wanting the privacy solely so I can binge eat and do what I want without accountability. Well, the part about being accountable is sort of true because no, I don't want to be accountable to strangers on the internet. Now, please know, so many have helped me through tough times.
Okay. What a shocker. Is anybody just surprised at this moment that Chantal, she hates how I say her name. I'm sorry. I have sometimes, the accent actually is more from Portsmouth, England. So I can get real Southern English. So she hates how I say her name. Chantal. I get real Chantal. Anyway, girl, you are accountable. You are supposedly a content creator with 100,000 almost subs on YouTube, and you are somebody that everybody knows has terrible health issues. And so if you think that trying to have content that has you eating and you have no accountability for putting out content that can trigger people and can make people upset, she's just, oh my God, she's trying to scrub all responsibility with this thing. I don't know what happened after the recent odd. I don't know because some people are really good at investigating. Like if you go to Rose Thorn Reacts, she gets into like all the other websites and actually looks at like the analytics behind these channels and what's going on and who's making what money and views and so forth. And so I don't know if Chantel suddenly, I don't know. This is she's just like, she can't take it. She can't take all the reaction channels. And she's just going to go back to what she did about 2 weeks ago. And I don't know how she's going to suddenly, she going to be doing mukbangs without the camera on? Because how is she going to suddenly not be in pain? Because she's been just talking about all this pain of all these injections, just magically, the nameless injections magically healed her. Let me see what's going on in the chat real fast. All right, let me go down. All right, hopefully Nightbot is enjoying themselves there. Okay, what we got going on? Oh, Nightbot's being sassy, are they? Well, Nightbot needs a man. I think Chantel actually is the one crying out for that man because the personal channel gone. Remember that, okay? So we got a funeral going on for the personal channel. Okay. Chantel, the flowers are going to outlive the mukbang content. Don't think YouTube. And isn't mukbang content like not anything new? It's like, I mean, I think anybody who's interested in content create. Oh, let me try to make sure my audio is okay. Sorry. And then we'll go into a little bit of one of Chantel's recent health things, where I think she's just talking nonsense. Anyway, I think one of the things that everybody is hoping is that you're going to try to come up with something new. Like, I'm very new to streaming, but I am interested in learning how to make it more fun for the audience, more interactive for those who come in and join me, and take the time out of their nights to, react and chat with others and dissect and look at just what is nonsense sometimes from people, especially when they're scamming people. And there's been a lot. There was like a big guy on YouTube called BitBoy. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with him. Didn't really follow his content. I'm not a crypto person. I just happened to hear about how he has just had a catastrophic fall. And there's been a lot of that with some of these creators. So kind of their messy personal lives, do end up coming in and crossing into the content. And I just don't think Chantel has the imagination to create good content. I don't think going back to what made your channel popular is really going to work for. And I don't think that mukbangs. I mean, is anybody still watching it other than people who are like kind of into some, some stuff like watching like just people eat? I don't think it's like the way that she does a mukbang isn't about giving someone like company, because I don't think Chantel even has the ability to carry any long conversation or talk about anything of current news or events or anything, Anyway. Oh, hey, you're at the gym from Australia. My friend RGB. Hi, absolutely from Australia. Gosh, thank you guys. I love everybody actively responding to comments. It's 7 a.m. in Kuwait. Oh, now there has been, and I'm gonna just put this out, turn the page. Hi, good evening. Our friend Jennifer in the house. Hi, Jennifer. Hi. Hi. This is how she's how she can she doesn't do mukbangs like people that have millions. She's yeah. I don't think people are there for Chantel. Yeah, I just she's not a nice person. I have something that let me. Where's my notebook? Darn it. Because I wrote a couple of notes about I was looking at a video she was in and filmed one of her recent lives from bed. And she said some really offensive things. Let me see if I can find my notebook real fast. Where's my notebook? Let me see if I can find it. Cleaned up the house. I can't find it within 2 seconds. Oh, got too many notebooks. I don't know. I think I had an epic cleanup today. I apologize, and now I can't find my notebook. I've been writing a couple of notes for stuff. That's weird. Okay. I guess I put it to the side to clean up. Anyway, I wrote a couple of things down because they were just bloody awful. Oh, she lost 18 pounds? Oh, yeah, I heard she just miraculously lost weight in the bed. Just from, the vitamin shots and the sun. The sun was what I think was what took the weight down because she's, Dr. Google medicine woman over there just healing herself in Kuwait. All right, let's get back to whatever. The mukbangs? Just, yeah, it's kind of really is. And I don't think there's a lot of people in for that content. And the food, I mean, it's just, I don't think she's, not the person that I would want to share dinner with. I'm sorry, Chantel. She hates how I say her name. Oh, she's dogged me on a couple of things, actually. Oh, anyway, and I'm such a small channel. She's like, I feel like she trolls me too. All right, let's go.
And I know many of you care, and I appreciate you guys. And maybe I can make a private Discord server to talk to caring people, and we can be a support group or something. But I do not feel I need to be accountable to strangers. It is much healthier to seek support in real life from people I know and trust. And I used to always say that opening up online was like therapy to me, only to completely be blind to the fact that it is also simultaneously damaging my mental health. There is tons of content I can make that doesn't involve me exposing my privacy in any way. Please know, as viewers, that this new approach will lead certain people to become desperate and speculate all kinds of made up theories for drama and views. And I can guarantee you none of it will be actually truth or fact and will no doubt come without proof. No doubt you will see people saying Foodie Beauty wants to clam up so she can binge in private. Listen, the fact that I have binge eating disorder is not a secret, and I have a right to deal with these things in private. I have a right to not want people to exploit my problems online for their profit. However, I choose to live my life is my choice alone, and if I no longer discuss it online, it becomes no one else's business. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough, but I wanted to make an official announcement on these changes so you all, my viewers, know what is going on and what I have planned for now. I don't like explaining myself to strangers for food choices or weight issues, and I like the idea of safeguarding my private life and health. All right, guys, that is all, and I wish you a wonderful day. Bye! Looking for something else of mine to watch? Well, check out our couples channel for vlogs all around Kuwait.
Didn't she just say she killed the couple channel? I said, but she still want to try to make like the money off the couple channel. Am I missing something here? Am I just missing? It's 310. It's 310 in Australia. Yeah. And what do we got here? She wants people to talk and ask questions so she can complain. I don't even know what orc to call this now. Quitting orc? Is she? Is this Chantel's quiet quitting orc? We're only on, yeah. And she's like, No thanks to the couple channel seafood pie. I don't understand. The couple channel this looks like quality content over here. Halal just looks happy about as happy as the camel. What are you talking about? Nightbot, what are you up to? Are you telling off take the cake? Nightbot. Nightbot. I don't see that this is a problem. She's doing an OMG. That's what we got here. She wants privacy but promoting the dead couples channel. Absolutely. She's still got to make coin on the dead channel. So this is the trolling org cat 2024 version. Yes, it absolutely is. And Dot says she threw her sister in the dryer when she was 15. Oh, okay. Well, Chantel doesn't want to talk about her mental health anymore. She's literally everything that we have discussed and we are discussing now, as I am licensed to do in the United States. Nightbot, take this. I am licensed, Miss Chantel, though I have been questioned about my licensure. So if you like this type of content, hit the like, sub, and subscribe. Only reason I say that is if I get to 2,000, then I obviously get to have my little step. I get to be a full-fledged medical professional on YouTube, like certified. So we can have conversations that go into things that have, I can get into topics that are a little bit, what they would classify maybe with other creators as not something that they could talk about. But I think as a medical professional, I might have a little bit more ability to talk about these topics without upsetting the gods of YouTube as much. So, and be able to have some further authenticity to my content. And so for all of those of you who have subscribed, I thank you so much. So anyway, let's get back to Chantel. So watch the Cuba Rage. So yeah, Miss Sandra, what are you thinking? She doesn't want to talk about health. Well, you cannot, unfortunately, Sandra, I don't know if you agree with me. One of the things that I'm thinking is that, if she's out there doing the mukbangs, she's not going to be choosing like a nice like salad, and my favorite dish, which she has criticized before, which is tofu and vegetables. She hates that. And it's, I think I actually have a dish of tofu and vegetables right there in my fridge for tomorrow. So I have Chantel's least favorite meal is probably one of my favorite meals. So she dogs me for that. She's going to be out there with surfboard, probably like just cheese, melted cheese, a surfboard size pot of lasagna, it's, I don't even know what she's going to call this. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this content. I think her views are already pretty terrible. Let's take a look at how many views her content's getting so far. Let's take a look. Let's go to our main channel, and then we're going to take I'm going to, so guys, we're going to take a vote if we want as to what we're going to look at next, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. I'm trying to get Junebug to come and say hi. Miss Junebug, can you come here for just a second? Junebug, come here. Everyone wants to say hi. Come here. Come here. What if I brought you a treat? Would you come over here for a treat? All right, I'm going to set up Chantel, and then I'm going to bribe Junebug to come over and say hi, because I think she thinks I'm shouting at her. For dogs, if you get like way too excited, they just they turn off. Maybe it was Chantel. Maybe she heard Chantel. All right. So here's Foodie's current content over here. All right. Let me just always make sure we got good audio. Okay. So yeah, here we are. Okay. Go to videos. Let's see what she's getting on views over here. Oh, okay. I think the one that I would like to look at, and let me know if you agree, is and it's not very long. So I think I'd like to do this one because it's just a day ago. I know it's the infamous one. It's the shocking weigh-in with that awful-looking avocado. I think that could be a good one to do, because it's just Yes, Melissa, I would agree. Junebug is extremely small and knows not to come near Chantel. She heard she's a terrible pet parent too, and that she might try to have her put down because she was not fed. Trigger warnings, but I did put out my trigger warnings. So I also wonder too, because okay, so I don't know if anyone knows YouTube. So every time I set up my live stream, and this happened to me last time, I changed my thumbnail a little bit this more this time, so I wasn't like just blatantly like pirating Chantel's thumbnails, but I always start out perfectly well monetized, no problem, obviously, or I put it on, and somehow I'm always having to get reviewed, and I didn't used to have that happen, but I'm having it happen more. Anyway, all right. So, would you like to take a look, everybody, at Foodie's new watch, this quick 15-minute one, because it is a health update with the shocking weigh-in, which I don't think actually has a weigh-in, with Nurse Ray. The drama, health is. I would agree, Sandra. That's why I hope people are here to get my medical knowledge and opinion, because that's what I can give. I can't give the sassy. Okay, every channel has what they do the best. Like if you go to Are You Serious, she is obviously very educated and is somebody who is very knowledgeable in Kuwait, the Muslim faith. She is a Muslim woman. That's her, wheelhouse. If you look at Rose Thorn Reacts and her content, she has been watching Chantel for an extended period of time, knows a lot about her problematic behaviors and calls a lot of stuff out. Like she is on point when it comes to like Chantel nonsense and Chantel scams and how Chantel is trying to pull a fast one on her subscribers and just giving, no valuable actual content. Because that's the thing, when you're doing content creation, you want to give some value. And every reaction channel, hopefully we come with some value. Hopefully mine is that I do have medical expertise. And so when I listen to Chantel, I do have like my medical assessment ear going. And I do listen to hear if she's like, everything I've heard so far this week has just been, it just doesn't make sense in my mind. It's like, it's just, if I was getting that information and sitting in front of the patient and that was the information they were giving me, I would be just like, I would be asking a lot more in-depth questions, because she says the same repeated stories over and over again, but each story is a little bit more embellished with things that she's heard reaction channels say and things regarding health. So she's like, Foodie's leg pains related to a heavy item. She's got, and we'll put that real fast because we don't want YouTube to demonetize my channel like that. Boo squeezy. Graceful Dust said, howdy from across the pond. Well, you know what? I grew up across the pond, Portsmouth girl here. And, and now I'm on this part of the pond. So, yeah, hi. And trying to take you down because you speak the truth. Oh, you think she's watching across the pond? Oh, she's probably watching and she's trying to take you down. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, I misread that. I apologize. You have 4. Okay, 1 for the rage view. Okay, this is for the health view. Okay. 1 for the rage view, 1 for the humor view, 1 for the perspective view. LOL. Okay. So I think we're just gonna watch the shocking weigh-in, because I don't think the only shock is going to be if she told the truth. So we know already that's not true. Oh God, this thing is killing me. I love an avocado. God, it's like those really expensive smoothies at the store. What do they call that? Irwin's or whatever it's called out in California that has like 14,000 calories in a Haley Bieber smoothie. All right, let's take a look at this one. Let me go back. Let me open it and go back. Hold on, let me stop it. Okay. I think I was trying to find something. Okay. I was trying to investigate because Chantel had mentioned some use of a medication. I don't want to give too much away. Um, and when I read about it, it was pointed out by Rose Thorn Reacts. And then when I read about the drug and how it's brought in and how it's very potentially and how crazy she's been lately, it all was kind of making sense. She said, yes, you can say how many vitamin shots will cover, but this is just none of this. The vitamin shot will not cure a bulging disc. I promise you. You literally, I think, unless it's like, they can reduce the inflammation into that disc, which, you're going to often it's hard to get that. They have to get the disc back in somehow, and you potentially can lose the disc. It just depends what's happened to the disc. You might end up having to have a fusion there. I don't do orthopedics because orthopedics is horrible. But one thing I'll let you know with orthopedic surgery here in the United States, because I don't know for everywhere in the globe. What I can let you know. Oh wow. Look at all these like things. You can see I watch all the animal videos. Okay. Now you can see what content I'm looking at when I'm not looking at Chantel. I'm trying to look at you. Oh, sorry, Life and I was saying I have 4 reactors I watch. Okay, well, absolutely. And we all love you all watching us, okay? Because everyone, and my perspective is hopefully medical. And I'm licensed to talk about the medical. So where every other reaction channel says, well, I can't really talk about that because I'm not a medical person. I actually can. And I am only to myself at my age, at my old age, and years of being around and working. And so I don't worry about how I react in things to do with health. And I've always said that part of my role in this global community and even in the YouTube global community is calling out bad health information and health scammers like, oh, Miss Chantel over here. So I'm going to actually I think I'm gonna let her play, and then I need to take a quick break. And so I'm gonna, because we've been going for a minute, so I don't have a screen. So I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go full screen to Chantel. I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna bring her to the stage. Hold on, because I need to use the ladies' room. So I apologize, guys. Okay, yeah, that sounds okay. And then I'll come back. I'll be quick. Okay, let me get her full screen here. I apologize, guys. Hey, at least I'm honest. Let me bring her fully. Let me get her. Well, no, not me. Chantel. We're going to put on the Chantel.
Hello, foodie beauties. Hey guys, hey! I know your girlfriends love to watch me. So, what better way to say I love you this Valentine's Day than to get your special someone a personalized video from me on Cameo? Get yours now and don't delay. Make Valentine's Day a special day. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, I am still recovering in bed, and I am also making this video in my PJs from bed, which is why I'm not on cam for this one. I have chosen to add hearts as the background, and I will also show some video clips. I even tried just sitting and standing to do cameos, and it became unbearable. The pain, that is. After about 2 minutes, I have to lay down. Anywho, I managed to do a weigh-in though. Again, undressed, therefore I just took a picture of the final scale reading. So my last weigh-in was not a good one, if you remember. About 11 days ago or so, I did a video talking about my slip-ups, and if I recall, my weigh-in was somewhere in that video. I was back up to 165 kg, and everyone was wondering how on earth I gained 13 pounds in less than a week. Water retention from binge eating is my only guess. There are so many reasons why weight fluctuates. I was on a slippery slope of just eating crap and tons of sodium and all the things that are not good for me, and those things in excess. So, a few days before that weigh in, or approximately 2 weeks ago, I had dropped down to 159 kg. I was very happy with that. Now, as you can see, my weigh in today, I weigh 155 kg, which is a huge drop. That's 341 pounds. I cannot even remember the last time I was in the 340s. Now, being essentially bedbound for the most part, I mean, I can still walk around the apartment slowly for a few minutes at a time and use the washroom on my own and shower, but I figured I would gain weight, not moving much. The thing is, because I'm in constant pain, constant as in the pain is always there, but it's tolerable when laying on my side with a pillow between my knees. So, because of the pain, I don't have as much of an appetite sometimes. I still get the head hunger though, and there's boredom of laying in bed and wanting to snack all the time. But I'm surprised I have lost so much, considering my eating schedule has pretty much been as follows. So, because I'm not cooking right now, we will order one main meal. So, I usually eat very healthy for this: chicken, a salad every day, and I usually eat like half a chicken. So, like the breast and some of the leg, which I don't really love, but it's tolerable the way this place cooks it. For chicken legs and dark meat, I find that if it's cooked like almost burnt or burnt, pretty much like burnt a bit, like so that it's not, I don't know. I don't like moist dark meat. I like it very burnt. But with the chicken breast, yeah, it has to be moist, of course. I don't know. I think it's because the dark meat, the leg and the thigh have so much more fat that when you cook it longer, the fat kind of like dissolves more. Anyway, I'm weird, I know. So I eat chicken, a salad every day, hummus, or a salmon bowl, for example, with black beans and guacamole and quinoa or brown rice. What I love about the bowls is they pretty much have like every food group in one. And I really enjoy those. And when I'm able to like make things on my own again, I think I'll get the ingredients to make those more regularly. So then every day I've been having an avocado smoothie with honey and pistachios. This is a very common drink here at juice stations. They're called avocado juice with nuts and honey. And when I first came to Kuwait, Salah introduced me to those. He was having one and he said, "You want to try a sip?" And I said, "What? Avocado smoothie? Ew." Because avocados, I'm very finicky on them. I don't know how some people can just eat them just like that with nothing else. Just plain avocado. To me, they taste like plant butter if, if you eat them plain. So I have to have them mixed with things, and this is the best. It's so good.
All right, guys. I disappeared for a second, but I was listening to everything because I was here in the kitchen area and I can hear Chantel's nonsense going on. So we're going to bring real fast to the stage and then we're going to break down because I heard it all. Nightbot needs a cocktail. Chantel wants a cocktail of some Dilaudid along with that drug that began with the G that she couldn't remember, and probably a lot of other illegal substances. But somebody is ready to get a treat here. So if you ever get to Trader Joe's, they probably already sold out. I grabbed 2 bags of the little choose me's. They have the little doggy choo choos for Valentine's. And so come here, Junebug, come up here. Come up and say hi. I'm going to try to bring the camera down, see if you can see her. Junebug, can you say hi? You see my messy house for all my books? Can you say hi? Can you sit? Come here. Can you be real gentle? Can everybody say hi to Junebug? Say hi. Hold on. Can I get her a little bit? There she goes. Okay. That was it. There's Miss G. Oh, thank you. You think the avocado smoothie? I mean, I think it looks delicious, but it's probably thank you guys. Yeah, such sweet eyes. I know. Oh, the pity. Yay. No, little Jimbo. A lot of people. Yeah, we had to have the moment there, because Chantel brings out her cat. Julia gets out there. The hamster get out there. I had to get Miss Junebug out there too. So anyway, yes. Then they stopped using Dilaudid. Oh, Chantel wishes they had Dilaudid. She is clinic hopping and shopping there. But okay. So this particular, let me bring back part of this. Let me share back the screen with Miss Chantel. I'm gonna go hold for just a second here. All right, let me go. Hold on. You have a pet angel of glass. They really are great dogs. They are excellent. This is my first. I rescued her from my local shelter. Thank you, Catherine. He's a blue fawn. Oh, beautiful. They're the best dogs. Now she's gonna hang around. She was ignoring me. You want to rock her like a bait. Oh, you have. I wish I had. I don't really film in my bed, but like Chantel, okay, because Chantel doesn't film in her bed either, and she's very strict about keeping everyone the privacy out of the bedroom. She doesn't want the bedroom. So anyway, yes, Sandra. Yes, Dilaudid. I've given a lot of Dilaudid. I've had Dilaudid on the patches. I've given Dilaudid as a continuous medication for end of life cancer patients that I've had to go to their houses, change the PICC line dressings, hang the eye, put on the new personal medication that's delivered through a personal pump. And they can also, it has a continuous and a basal delivery, and it's got like an on demand as well. And those are the type of home medications. And we do morphine, we do Dilaudid, hydromorphone, just really, which is Dilaudid. So, yes, yeah. So, as far as the avocado is, I don't like avocado. I love avocados, and but I think that would be. Hold on, let me get my microwave. I was getting a little soup because I thought I could sip some soup while Chantel talks about her, pretend health journey. Hold on. Ugh. I promise I will slip away from the microphone, not to give any misphonia sounds, and also to make sure that I'll make sure to blunt off my microphone and when Chantel talking, just to not make noises with the soup. I'm not a slurper, I promise you. But I do have this very nice coconut milk with mushrooms, with like a Thai lemongrass. Oh my god, it's so good. I did not make it. I will not. I am not like Chantel. I cannot have a cooking channel like she has. Just not a cooking expert. But this, for somebody who's diabetic with whatever the heck is in that, I would stay the F away, Chantel. That thing, I was gonna try to take the time and see if I could actually see how many calories this thing has. And I would say I forgot Grace, I have you confused. I'm confused too. Chantel has me confused because this video, she is an absolute the worst agony of your life. She is in critical pain, requiring full bed rest at this time. Absolute full bed rest. But no, that's not what she's getting. The following day, she is like already able to get up, get moving, get, new content, just go on to a new art, but she doesn't want to plan, remember? It's all spontaneity. That's what I was going to say. And I was going to try to show as a new content creator. And I think that sounds yum. I know. It's delicious. It is. It's a vegan version too. Yes. All right. Well, I guess that little imitation, I lost people on my acting. There I am trying to be a character because live streaming's hard, and Chantel wants to live stream, and everybody would like to get the good views in. Obviously, I want to be able to maintain and retain an audience for any given time. So for Chantel to actually be celebrating, she's saying it's her 6th anniversary. That's pretty cool. That's absolutely cool for her. So well done, Miss Chantel. Congratulations. You are doing awesome, girl. So I mean, for that, she's doing great. On the content that she gives, I think she's doing absolutely fantastic. Nightbot, what are you up to? I think some of you are also flirting with Nightbot in the chat. So just, I'm watching you guys. Okay. I'm keeping note of who flirting with Nightbot over here. Be careful. Because if it was Chantel's man, she would be jealous. Okay. And she hates how I say her name. So anyway. All right. Let's get back in. What's this? She's a mess. She's like, your ex-husband lying to just lie. Chantel is got some pathological. Catherine is like, that sounds OMG. And then we got Miss, have us. Everyone's names. It's just everyone's, and I'm destroying it. Yeah. And I've not been drinking. Someone accused me of one of my reactions of drinking. I think it was like at the end of the day, and it was a long day, and I think I was just tired. I was like, no, not drinking. No, not drinking tonight. Alcohol's not on the whole. And don't get me wrong, if I'm out with a friend, I will have a beer. I promise you. But if I have 2 beers, I always want to like take down like somebody in the neighborhood who I don't like, who's irritated me. And that's not a good plan. Okay. I'm just being honest. Yeah, you're drinking? Well, I can let you know that the last live stream that I did last Saturday night, I was enjoying an adult beverage that was, of the craft beer kind. So, and I was thinking about it today, but I just kind of thought, no, I want to live stream late, and if I have a drink, I will get sleepy. So, and unfortunately, if I were in Europe or Mexico, I could go out after this and get a drink. But in where I live, even though it's a big city area, at this time of night is this. I don't think I could get where I would like to drink a good drink. I'm not. I'd like to get a craft beer if I was going to get a drink. And at this hour, I'm just going to go to bed. Shoot, I promise you, in this town, you can go to a breakfast brunch place and get a Bloody Mary by about 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So you can literally party for the night and just carry on to a breakfast place in the morning. Okay. You're drinking coffee, so was I. I had my coffee. Now I'm on soup now. We're sipping soup. Okay. Chantel. So I just want us to compare the two sort of Chantels that we have happening here at this time. So we have Chantel who just quit the channel. And she's saying there's no more personal life. It's mukbang material and this, that, and the other. And here she is in utter pain. She's talking about trying to eat healthier, just the. And since we don't see her and we don't actually physically see what she is consuming, we can't think that she's, she said she was ordering takeout. And if Chantel's history of ordering takeout is known, which is tacos and whatever, it's not healthy. None of it's ever healthy. Oh my gosh. And she's trying, I might be coming. Okay, I'm just going to warn you, everybody. I froze. I hate when this happens. Let me do a force quit. I'll be back in quick. Yeah, but sip of sleep. I'm back. I've learned how to be quick on this stuff. So let me bring Miss Chantel back. All right, let me stop talking. And let's just hear the continued.
Can just cause more problems, and which is, why if you have a large abdomen, a lot of pregnant
I
women
don't think we
get
were that far along, were we?
sciatica. They develop sciatica when they're pregnant because of the.
I didn't think we were. Hold on. We were at the avocado. Hold on. Let me go back. There we go. Okay. Let's go back to the avocado. I apologize.
With honey and pistachios. This is a very common drink here at juice stations. They're called avocado juice with nuts and honey. And when I first came to Kuwait, Salah introduced me to those. He was having one and he said, "You want to try a sip?" And I said, "What? Avocado smoothie? Ew." Because avocados, I'm very finicky on them. I don't know how some people could just eat them just like that with nothing else. Just plain avocado. To me, they taste like plant butter if you eat them plain. So I have to have them mixed with things. And this is the best. It's so good. Avocados are so healthy with good fats and fiber and vitamins, which are essential for healing. I mean, even the doctor's prescribing vitamins for me. So, our body needs certain vitamins and minerals to kind of speed up the healing process. So then after this main meal and the avocado smoothie, I usually have.
I'm guessing she's referring to the B12, correct? Is that what I know that's what she's always referring to is the vitamin B12. And I can let you know that there are times when you inject people who are deficient for vitamin B12, and that is the only time, or with certain neuromuscular disorders that are happening. For example, if somebody has Bell's palsy, I know they used to do vitamin B12 injections for those people. People with certain dietary, maybe if they're not synthesizing it correctly, maybe elderly people who are not getting it in their diet. But and you obviously do it in the posterior area often, sometimes, depending on the person and the size of the needles and so forth. The doctor, absolutely, the endocrinologist prescribed a nut-laden, honey creamed pistachio whippy drink as for her diabetics, and size extra large actually too. Wanted to make sure she wasn't fully satiated. Wanted to make sure Chantel fully satiated. Well, Sandra, the reason why Chantel could be deficient is because really, actually, a lot of the food she eats is very nutrient deficient. She doesn't see, it's just very cholesterol and fat, but she's very, and then the salad gets drowned in dressing. So she eats very little real. I don't think I've ever actually seen Chantel eat a piece of fruit. Drop a comment if you've seen her eat a banana, a grape, an apple, just anything that's a piece. Oh, pineapple. She said she ate the pineapple, but I didn't ever see any actual footage of Chantel eating. Chantel has never met fruit. Yes. And though she is diabetic and would have, a limited amount of fruit, like Nurse Ray back in here. Oh, the dried dates. Ugh. Does she eat the dried dates? Well, see, you can only eat a few of those a day because they're high in sugar. Because I do like a medjool date also. And if you get like the ones that are already pitted and you get a little bit of peanut butter, you can actually put a little tiny bit of peanut butter. Be careful because peanut butter, I always say, take a look at the label. Don't just go stuff a ton. Look, if it's a tablespoon and it says it's 20 grams of or whatever of sodium and this, that, and the other, calculator in your mind, But anyway, long story short, the serving on the medjool dates, the ones that I got, said 3 of them. That was a serving size. And they were pretty, it's still sugar, even if it's a fruit sugar, and it's good for fiber. Absolutely. So at least you're getting a little fiber there. She's always talking about the fiber. So I'll tell you, get a little fiber with the dates. But if you put the peanut butter inside the date, and even if you have like a little bit of powdered cocoa or whatever you want to use and roll it, they taste like snickerdoodles. It's delicious. Absolutely. Absolutely delicious. She buys fruit exactly. So I do think she drinks sodas. She's probably removing a lot of the nutrients that she eats in that and I do wonder about how much she's absorbing, because if you're missing other nutrients, then it's not going to help you actually absorb the other nutrients as well. I mean, I'm having a good laugh, but on the medical side of it, her, eating pineapple for dinner, not that she ate it. She had the 2 pineapples sitting in the house. And then I think I spied with my little eye something beginning with P, which was plastic bags full of that fruit and veg that she had in the big grocery haul. And that was sitting inside the refrigerator, just going to rot. And so it's like she's hurting for money. She's just a hot mess. I don't know what else to say. And I hate to be, like I said, a grown ass woman out here, in the middle of the night talking about Chantel crazy to 190 souls. Hit the like, subscribe, and do all the stuff. The Nightbot's behaving. Yeah, the grocery hauls. Oh, yeah, that was a quick alt too. Chantel, you need a calendar and not to be spontaneous in order for your content to have any value. You actually do need to try to maintain a consistency, because people like consistency in content. A lot of reasons why people like to return back to content creators is because they do consistently produce certain content. I'm going to tell you, and then we're going to get back to Chantel's overly, I mean, just Chantel, I can just let you know as a registered nurse, you do not need to be drinking any of that avocado, not a full dose. You can have a little little sipski. Oh, you like Mega, you'd rather have a prune over a date? I think if you've had them and if you've done the dates with the you like a prune over a date? I mean, I like prunes too, don't get me wrong, but dates with the peanut butter are a game changer. Just letting you know, okay? Give it a try. And that could be a good healthy snack. Anyway, Chantel is exhausting. All right, let's get back to whatever nonsense you got in here. Okay, shocking weigh-in. I think she doesn't weigh herself in. Let's go. Oh, let me change my audio. Hold on. I want to make sure I get the best audio. I apologize.
Have hours later, like late at night, because my sleep pattern is all mixed up. Sometimes I nap throughout the day. The pain makes me more tired than usual. So at night, I'll eat a mixed plate, which I'm able to actually stand long enough to make myself, or Salah will help me and just bring me the things he knows I like, and I'll just kind of like prepare it in bed. So I'll eat a mixed plate of pita bread, labna or cheese, olives.
Okay. She's back to the cheese too. I can see that Chantel, she's back onto the cheese. The labna and eating in bed. I mean, yeah, Chantel, trying to tell me that you are losing weight while you're lying in bed cooking. Please, please, cooking in the bed. Now, I don't watch a lot of that channel. What was it? Oh, the Learning Channel, TLC. God, Chantel would love to be on 600-pound life. She wouldn't want to be, but she'd be trying to still convince us still at 300-pound. With this lying weigh-in that she's about to do. Didn't she say she lost like 13 pounds? I don't even listen to the nonsense about her weight and the water weight and the what. I mean, usually if so, oh my goodness. And then she was saying there's so many reasons for somebody to gain weight. Yes, yes, we know, Chantel. Oh, she said she lost 18 pounds. Okay. Well, when you forget to put one foot on the scale, it's easy to lose 18 pounds that way, Boo Squeezy. Wouldn't you agree? That was probably okay. You know how else she lost that weight? I'll let you know. And this is adult, okay? That's why we're here late Saturday night for the adult content, but without the cussy words, so we can get through into the monetization part for me. But yeah, she would, it was one was like pre first thing in the morning business, and then the second was after first thing in the morning business, because that was about the amount of cheese she ate the day before, about 18 pounds worth of cheese. I cannot believe. Oh, back to the cooking. Anybody remember on the Learning Channel, TLC? I believe one of the folk on 600-Pound Life, there was some lady, not to shame people, but I just thought it looked dangerous in my mind, frying the chicken in the bed. Do you remember the lady frying chicken in the bed? So now I'm having visions of my friend Chantel, because she hates how I say her name, frying chicken in the bed, and then she said she ate half. Did I hear her right when I heard her say she ate half a roasted chicken? Half a roasted chicken? Mm, you went there. I did. I did, Ian. I went there. I did. I went there. She ate half a chicken, Sandra. You know what, Sandra? And I'm going to quote Chris Rock here. You know what? The only person who gets a big piece of chicken is Daddy. Only Daddy get the big piece of chicken, not Chantel. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get back to her nonsense. Shocking weigh-in. I think I still, all right. When I get into the nonsense, I gotta get the stethoscope off. Okay. We don't have much longer. This is fun. Let's hear how I keep wanting to kind of preface that the whole thing I want us to kind of listen to as we're listening to this. This is we're listening just yesterday. So this that she was putting out into her audience yesterday. And then we heard before that her content that was her breaking up the channel, basically. Her literally funeraling the channel forever. You know, killing the channel off, killing off her, you know, reaction channels because we have nothing without Chantel. We're getting spicy. Yes. TLC has nothing to do with learning anymore. You hungry of lions. You don't hunger of lions. Sorry. You don't think that they're teaching anybody? Come on. I thought, you know, 200 and Counting, the kids show, was particularly epic for the American cultural consciousness at the time. I thought the family values on that show was outstanding. Okay, let's get back to Foodie's shocking weigh-in.
This pickled eggplant in a small bag of chips. So it's weird to me that I've still lost so much because, you know, especially the avocado smoothie, I'd imagine, you know, and the night meal is kind of higher in calories, but I don't know. Like I don't know if it's just I haven't been counting calories, so yeah. Anyway, I mostly eat when I'm hungry, but I do need to eat because of the medications I'm taking. You know, anti-inflammatory medicines can cause stomach issues, so I try to take them with food. Anyway, I will weigh myself again.
Okay, one, I thought Chantel, okay, I guess she's talking about the Celebrex when she's talking about the anti-inflammatory, because she's not talking about any other anti-inflammatory. I have seen that. Sorry, I was trying to sip in some soup. But then she said two, absolutely. She's going to make me kill my stethoscope tonight. And I wish she would start with a blood pressure before she starts. I should have taken mine. When she talked about, here is this, okay, this is my whole point. We got a rage type 2 diabetic, uncontrolled. That she is, okay? I almost think that between her doing all that flying and sitting for 12 hours without moving, probably did inflame some muscle in the posterior area. Chantel does not move a great deal anyway. So she is always going to have, and then the back is obviously carrying a great amount of, you know, central obesity is probably my nicest way to say that because I'm not trying to be offensive, but she doesn't do anything to manage it. That's fine. I just cannot imagine just, you know, she has to be hurting in some respect, but I think she's milking whatever is going on. But Chantel, you need to be counting calories. You should not just be doing fat eating and all of this, you know, nobody who is starting a weight loss journey, who's trying to control their eating, who is trying to manage any of the things that you need to manage at this time, even the inflammatory process, anything is going to be as lackadaisical as you go. The unicity. Yes. Yes. I almost forgot. Thank you. I forgot about the unicity. She should be full of energy and healing because she's got sun, unicity, and unimalte. And it's a good job because, okay, I'm going to tell you, one of the things that I started to think about, and I don't think that Chantel knows anything about becoming bedbound. And it's so disrespectful to people who have true disabilities, which is another reason why she is so problematic to me. She so minimizes real people. Milking salad. I don't even know a salad around. She could be paying a number of people to be doing. He might just, the most he's doing is just dropping stuff off. He's doing the minimal of whatever he needs to do to get, his money. Sorry, hold on. I'm going to have a cough. Hold on. Apologies. She, in my cough, I lost my thought. Ah! Anyway, she's a mess. She's a horrific person. Absolutely. She's been a mess for decades. She's a horrific person. Absolutely. Yeah, I just don't like her milking out all of this. And she just, the stomach. Drained her organs. She's getting stomach drained her organs. Is that possible? I mean, she could be getting, okay, so Madonna, what I'm thinking, if that were true, okay, and this is just to talk about the medical side of this, if she has non-fatty, liver disease, and it is progressing to any type of actual cirrhosis, because you're going to get cirrhosis of the liver at some times, and the cirrhosis is going to progress from the fatty liver disease. The only reason why they say non-alcoholic is in order to just, for people to know if it's been brought about through alcoholism or if it's been brought about through diet. And we're seeing people with more and more obesity issues getting fat deposited into their livers because, as I talked about in my very exciting little diabetes film I produced, it is going to have to store that sugar somewhere, and it's going to store into the liver, and it's going to fit as much of that into the liver. And if the liver is not needing to then use that sugar up, it's going to just stay in there. And then the sugar is going to have to find other organs to go into in order for it to store it somewhere. I think Chantel just thinks that sugar magically disappears out of her piss when she goes to the toilet. And that, unfortunately, that's not what happens with blood sugar. Blood sugar, some of it, yes, but that's not what happened. In your bloodstream, it's going to start pushing it. And that's why people end up with essential obesity, because that's literally because it's going to go primarily to the fat, the adipose tissue, which is an organ. So back to the thing about the ISATs, diuretics. Well, see, it's different. Diuretics are only going to work for a certain type of losing fluid from the body, which would be very different if you're getting like a fluid that's building up within the thoracentesis area, which is in the abdominal cavity area, which is the common area when somebody has ascites, which has been brought up by having cirrhosis, which is the end stage of fatty liver diseases. So if you've had progressive fatty liver disease, she, I think, would be looking a little bit more jaundiced. But she uses so many filters. I don't know if we would ever know with Chantel's eyes if Chantel was jaundiced or not. But with ascites, what they have to do in order to get that fluid is literally do an abdominal tap to get that fluid out. So you actually have to get what's known as a pleuric catheter, and you get a pleuric drain, and they have to put this special device into the abdomen. So this is an outpatient procedure, which is why I don't think Chantel has this happening, because she's only like doctor shopping at clinics for pain medication, I think, in my mind. And that's part of the reason why she keeps going on about the pain. I think she was trying to get just high. I'll be honest. This is nighttime. So yeah. So with the ascites, they actually have to put a special device in. It has to be done under like radiology. They put the device in, and you have special drains that get attached to these devices, these drains that are inserted under, it's like a local anesthesia into the abdominal area to get this fluid out of the abdomen when you have end stage ascites from cirrhosis of the liver due to the fatty liver disease, when it starts to sort of just, the liver just starts to shut down at that point, just stops working. There's no cure to it at that point. There's no reversing it. That's pretty much, if it's bad, I don't want to go at this point and scare people away, but it's bad. Yeah. Acute kidney injury. I mean, she'd be in hospital with an AKI. If it tests, oh, sorry, let me bring this up. Is that referring to Chantel having an acute injury? She might be starting to get a chronic kidney injury more than an acute at this time. Acute comes on usually from something like a stroke or a heart attack or something that's going to like stop the kidney suddenly. The type of kidney disease that Chantel would get would be more coming from the chronic type at this point, unless she had a heart attack. If Chantel suddenly had a heart attack, she could potentially get an AKI then. Does that make sense? No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Bringing out Nurse Ray here. See, Chantel, I really am a nurse and I know my SHIT. Okay, girl? All right. And then let's talk about the other type of fluid. So the type with so ascites, that would be that. I don't think that's what's going on. At her point, it's very bad. You take liters of fluid off of people. I mean, it's pretty intense. Okay, that's pretty down the road. She'd be pretty hospitalized getting up to that point. It's bad. Okay, it's bad. The other fluid that would require diuretics from things like getting heart failures, potentially getting cellulitis, because you're getting your legs aren't elevating and your heart. And Chantel has her legs elevated all the time recently, that we're thinking that she's elevating because she's saying she's lying in bed. So that's coming from like fluid from heart failure. So this water weight that people always like to talk about, the type of water weight that Chantel is talking about isn't really fluid that would be brought about. That would probably be more fluid that's from having had, and some people may even notice that around your eyes, if you ate a meal that was potentially a little bit more salty than you're used to eating, you may get a little bit more fluid being held because your body is going to have that sodium in your bloodstream. So it's going to need to be able to hold that fluid in order to create the fluid in your intracellular system at the right balance, which is, normal saline 0.9%. So you have to have that salt to water balance in order for your body to function correctly. So when you're holding fluid like that, it's because you've ingested too much salt. And therefore, and I don't know if Chantel ever get rid of fluid. So she would only be holding fluid. So how she's lost weight, unless it's muscle atrophy, and Chantel's not been in bed long enough to cause muscle atrophy. Anyway, bed sores. Yeah, she don't want bed sores, I promise you. Rhabdomyolysis, that's going to come about usually, primarily the only time I really hear that coming around is if you're using a statin medication, and that's for control of cholesterol. And I don't think I've ever heard Chantel mention taking a statin medication for cholesterol control. Not to say she shouldn't be. I just don't know she's ever had a lipid panel drawn. I don't think that Chantel does any of the preventative care that she needs to be doing. And I mean, I would not even know where to start with Chantel, where to get started and think. I think I'm losing people on the medical stuff because I think let me know if I get a little bit too technical. All right, let's get back to Chantel. I talk too much, but yeah. So a lot of the things that I think, if you all here for the medical and you want me to kind of in some of the speculation about things that could be happening, that's what I said. I have a pretty good idea of assessing people. And so a lot of what I've assessed in listening to her, it just doesn't hold a lot true for me. It's just too lax on the details. I've had patients with some pretty scanty memories, but these are elderly people with huge medical histories. I just don't like the fact she continuously says she went into these clinics. She has no follow-up appointments. She has not said what her diagnosis would be, except the sciatica. And it's just like she's done nothing in her care that would say, sciatica. They certainly wouldn't want to be pushing you around in a wheelchair. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, it's just criminal, really. The only reason why they would take her out of the wheelchair is because if they did give her a pain medication, they think she's a fall risk then, and they want to make sure she doesn't fall from the clinic door to the core and become a liability risk. It's the only time you would throw out a wheelchair like that, because we used to do it all the time when we were releasing patients out of the hospital post procedure. So, I mean, that's kind of what goes. All right. Let's get back to here. Let's get going because it's getting late and I don't want to keep everybody up too late.
Again next week and see what happens. I went back to the doctor today, so if you want to know any updates about that in full, you can watch my live stream I did tonight. It's my latest live stream, and I talked about how I went to the clinic, back to the clinic nearby to just for a follow-up basically, and they asked me how my pain level is, just to see that kind of thing. Well, actually the way it works, like I was in a wheelchair because I know a lot of people are thinking that I'm wheelchair bound now, and it depends. Like until I am able to heal more and walk longer distances because of the injury, it's very painful. So a lot of people who have this type of injury in their back or sciatica pain, it's debilitating. Like it's hard to be in certain positions for a long time without it flaring up. So like sitting is extremely painful. It's more painful than standing. But standing is also painful. And then the thing with standing, like if I know you're going to think like, well, if it's so painful to sit, why don't you just walk more? And I was able to walk from the car to the clinic entrance, like go into the entrance, the administration, go see the doctor. But then there was like an emergency at the clinic, and the doctor had to like tend to that because it was later at night. And so we would be standing around and sitting around for a while, and then we had to move to a place in the clinic that was far away. So yeah, I had help with a wheelchair for that. And when I go to the clinic, depending, I find that if I stand too long, then my leg gets a lot of weakness. So like muscle weakness and numbness. And so I opt for the wheelchair, like just so I don't fall, so that's why. But as soon as this is healed, I will be back to walking. That's for sure. Still looking into.
Well, God damn it, Chantel. You healed quick, girl. Didn't she say? We already heard she's back. I apologize for being muted. Okay, can you hear me now? Good. Sorry. I was trying to not have you guys have to hear my soup eating, because the soup is delicious. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, this picture of Chantel. I know that if you go to Are You Serious, she went over in detail. I mean, like detail. Poppy, you don't think it's sciatica? You think it's Scam-atica? I think it's Scam-atica. I think she was doing some Scam-atica. The injections she's getting are for treating peripheral neuropathy. The thing she showed confirmed it. Where did you see that, Poppy? And I wouldn't be surprised with the neuropathy. I wonder what causing that. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I need that soundtrack. I need the soundtrack for the. Yeah, it's not. If it is, good morning. No nudes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, if she did have peripheral neuropathy, I would believe diabetes would be the cause of that, and that she would be on gabapentin, potentially for that neuropathy. And it's not something that really goes away, because once you start to damage those nerve endings, it's hard to repair them, especially if you're not going to manage your diet. And then your new content is going to be mukbangs, her traveling a little bit more for the peripheral disease. That's great. I hope Chantel does get out and travel so that she can, I'm still worried about that stub toe that she supposedly tore that nail off. And we saw her hobbling. And I know anyway. Yeah, she being wild. She's Scam-atica. Yes, the Scam-atica is going on. That is the name of the org that has now already come from them. Asking for a friend, Ella. Where do your ovaries go if they are kept? Do they swim around your body like a tropical fish? In Chantel's case, yes. Okay, let's get back to the end of the shocking weigh-in. So she went to the doctors. I guess it's the endocrinologist. He's not only is he able to manage her diabetes, he is also able to manage her orthopedic, because in Kuwait, the clinics are a little bit different there, and none of the doctors and nurses speak English. Somehow, Chantal has managed to find the only clinics in the whole of the country that do not speak English. Now, technically, if she were in the United States, you're not supposed to have a family member translate for you in a medical situation, because potentially your family member could interpret it incorrectly. So there are certain regulations when you do have people who do speak another language and managing them. Now, for example, if you spoke that language and wanted to speak with them, that's fine. But you would not be able to take on, say, the role of being an interpreter unless it were in medical situations that were emergent. And I speak pretty good Spanish. At the time when I first came here from Mexico 20 years ago, I spoke pretty much fluent Spanish. And I have had situations with patients who speak Spanish that I speak to them in Spanish. I cannot act as an interpreter, but I have had to do that in the midst of an active heart attack at the heart hospital with the patient in the cath lab, and we're treating the heart attack, and they just needed somebody to speak to the patient in Spanish and keep them calm and just get it done. So I've had a lot of experience living abroad, dealing with medical situations, and dealing with like immigration stuff. And that's why Chantel at being only about 14 years younger than I am, is just a hot mess express. She really is. And this is just absolute nonsense here. And I don't even know if she really in this chair. Anyway, if anyone's saying goodbye, thank you. All right, let's finish Chantel out here so we can get done. Done with this, Chantel. This is nonsense, girl. In and out the wheelchair. But remember, today she's walking fine. So the pain gone. She cured. Chantel is cured. So thank you. Miracles work. I'm so glad. Let's go.
Treatment options. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to see if it will heal on its own. I've been told that this type of injury, even like herniated or slip discs, I should say, and sciatica, which kind of go hand in hand, because sciatica is just usually a slipped disc, parts of the disc slipping out of order and pinching, pressing on the nerve, causing that nerve numbness and pain. And it's so bad. I've never experienced pain like this in my life, like I've said, and I don't wish it on anyone. It's so painful. And like I said, it's debilitating. You can't do much for very long, but I'm pretty stubborn. Like, if I have the choice to just laze around, then I'm more likely to do it in my free time. But if I don't have a choice and I'm like forced to be in bed for a little while, it's okay. But then after I start getting fed up with what I can't do, and I try to push myself to do it. But with this type of injury, like if you're pushing yourself to the point of pain, it can make things worse, is what the doctor told me. So I have to take it easy until this is healed. And a lot of rest is, what is going to help with that healing. Basically, I'm just trying everything people are suggesting.
Okay, great.
Ice.
Okay. Now, are the people that are suggesting this, Chantel, are these the multiple clinics that you are doctor shopping around Kuwait in? Are you hoping that they don't have the same type of things that we have in the United States, that you can see the multiple hospitals that people go to in the ERs when they're trying to shop for meds? Because if you don't think, folks, that we can't see all the hospitals and all the drugs and all the things that people seek and all the notes of every hospital on the computers here in the United States, you are much mistaken. And, these types of little clinics in Kuwait, they probably don't have a centralized system like many of the larger, healthcare systems in the US. But we certainly have ways of tracking, who is a problematic sort of patient. My theory, I mean, if she actually has had some type of discomfort, she potentially was rolling around Kuwait, trying to see who would give her good pain meds, if anything. That's, because she's not, maybe she did hurt something. Um, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't have peripheral neuropathy at this point. It's going to happen with diabetes. It's just, and she has probably had diabetes for much longer than she has realized, and it is going to come up. It's going to happen. It just happens. The lower extremity peripheral neuropathy is extremely common. I've worked with patients who've lost a lot of toes. There's a lot of toes lost in that. So, she could have all of it going on. What's OMGing, Ruthie? What happened? I'm concerned, Ruthie. I don't. What, Nightbot got sass? Nightbot is having a night. I haven't seen Nightbot's behavior. I actually thought one of you guys had run off with Nightbot on me, because I didn't realize Nightbot was getting sassy. I thought Nightbot was double dating. Yeah, Nightbot is on a wall. Let's get back to what EM says over here. I would never have someone stick me without. Yes, you wouldn't. You wouldn't want. you, you wouldn't be concerned about allergic reactions to weird drugs or anything? You really? I don't know why not. I mean, I would feel absolutely comfortable going into a strange country, into a clinic, and having this is somebody. All right, I'm going to show you guys. Nightbot, why? What do you say that? Or you're on the naughty list? You're Sonnet. You're on the naughty list. That's not good. That's not good. Naughty list. Looks like last year's model. You can't believe she even got injections. Well, anyway, long story short, I have a scar here because many years in Mexico, I lived in and worked and traveled all over the place. And my work would take me to little cities and towns in the middle of nowhere. And one night I was trying to open up a window in a hotel and a big old piece of glass. It was like a Holiday Inn in the middle of Ciudad Obregón was the city in Mexico. And this thing slid out and it sliced me right here on the wrist. And it was the middle of the night and I did not want to go in the middle of the night into town in a taxi in a place I did not know in Mexico to a clinic. So I just asked the front desk if they could bring me bandages and stuff. Yeah, it was let me show you big time. Let me show the screen real fast. I'll bring back shut. And you can see the skull right here. You see the skull, how it comes across there? Yeah, isn't that wild? So yeah. And I remember that I had my grandma used to show you how to do butterfly stitches, which still exists as a technique for doing that. Yeah, holy moly, I know. Isn't that wild, Ruth? And I put it back together because I didn't want to go into a hospital in the middle of the night in Mexico, in the middle of a weird town. So yeah, anyway. And people talked about the phone cover because whoever's got, it's either I want to say wherever she would get a photo taken of her, she's giving her camera to the person to take the photo. That's why she's got the phone cover. Maybe to take the camera out of the phone cover. But is that an older picture from somewhere else or even there? And then they photoshopped her? And the wheelchair wouldn't be a long-term wheelchair anyway. That's like something to roll somebody from like the hospital to the car. Oh, I am still in stethoscope mode over here. All right. People say the pic was edited, Ruthie. Well, it does look suspicious. And it's like, I don't know. It's got the leg here. I'm just trying to figure out the dynamics of where that. Okay. So this is very strange. I don't know, because we use these obviously to hoist the feet up. Just the expression too, even if it wasn't. I have to say, I can't believe people are looking at her so closely. There's a bone cover. Absolutely, I can promise you, RGB18 people have examined to whether she has thinned herself and then photoshopped herself into the wheelchair. It has all been discussed. It's all Jaden Flash, you think it's a weird angle? It's certainly a weird angle. And she's certainly making a weird face. It's a transport chair. Absolutely, Catherine B. It's a transport chair. Absolutely. Yes. And that transport chair, I'll let you guys know, it was retired afterwards. It said it quit. All right, let's get back to this whatever Chantel on about.
Then hot, then ice,
Lies.
sunlight, everything. But yeah, I'm mostly just also taking, I get an injection every other day now at the clinic, and it's like a pain medication and also some vitamins injected like into my hip area, like lower back area, but like off to the side. So, and then
That
I
is
also
excellent.
take on my own some strong anti-inflammatories that are like
Celebrate.
non-steroidal inflammation medicine. And I take also a mild muscle relaxer.
Oh,
Um, I don't think that they're all, like, none of the pain medications are very effective because they all don't target the nerve, and they don't have the same kind of medications here in Kuwait, and it's hard to, have access to proper pain um, management. So I'm just doing what's available right now. Um, yeah. But I'll be
oh yes, Chantel. Chantel, the one who tries every available TikTok trend there is, getting like mustard and cottage cheese, doing everything absolutely possible at this time. God, that was just oh, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna bring RGB up. RGB18 has been watching my content since my early and my anti-MLM days, and I do other people, but Chantel is notoriously scammy. So let's see what she says. As a therapist, I feel she needs a therapist, medical assistance, relation, a dietitian. In other words, a team around her. However, due to her personality, she can't make a diagnosis without meeting her. Absolutely. I think that's one of the things we've all been saying. Has all been saying. And what concerns me, I will just let you know, there is no vitamin they're going to inject into a hip. I've never heard that in my life. I don't do orthopedics, but I have certainly prescribed a lot of the vitamins when I worked in oncology hematology, because our patients would get real sick from having chemo or they had blood disorders. So we had to often do injections, especially for anemias and things. I worked with I don't know any vitamin that goes into a hip, not into a hip. Now, would they put maybe potentially a steroid into a hip to take the inflammation down? Absolutely. A pain medication directly into the hip? I've never heard of that either. And I've given a lot of drugs over time. I'm just saying. And I have never heard of directly injecting. But somebody mentioned maybe Demerol going into that back area. Now, that would potentially, but I don't, yeah, vitamin in the hip. It just, yeah, her pain is galloping everywhere. It's transient. It goes from one place. But remember, she's an absolute antibiotics in the butt. Every time I've given, now I'm not saying there isn't things that go into the hip like steroids or I don't know if Demerol. Like I said, I don't do orthopedics, but anything I've ever given been in the gluteal area, and if she had a bulging disc, I can promise you, she hasn't gone from this day with the bulging sciatica disc and everything, and then ending up today in her, personal decision, you know, release nonsense that she's great now and she can go travel because a bulging disc don't fix itself like that. Promise you. I've worked with people with so much pain. I promise you. Some of the stuff I've worked with, it's like a horror show. And the reason why, and I hate to say it because I don't want to be super, super grim, but I worked in hospice during COVID, pandemic time, the panini time. And I have been case management doing it. And yes, too giggly to be in pain. Promise you, the type of pain that I've had to manage for my patients in hospice, and I also did inpatient hospice as well at end of life with the most, if you've never seen it, that it's wild. I never, I had other family members of mine pass away, but they didn't exhibit the type of some of the terminal agitation and some of the other behaviors that can come along with other disease processes at end of life. Certain diseases, people could be lying in a bed for 30 days with nothing to eat or drink, just kind of going away. Other people can get like Superman strength at end of life that's wild. So it's all different. But in my time, I've never known to inject anything in the hip with vitamins. Anyway, you see a pain doctor, let me see here. I've never been offered a pain shot. I'm even, yes. I mean, the only time that we do IV pain medications, now this is why a pain shot, it's, I've just everything that, I mean, everything would go through an IV that I've ever done for pain medication because it's going to go straight to the bloodstream, or it's going to be a pill for a different release. I've never known to do like, because every time I've done it for like any pain for procedures or even unless it's like local anesthesia, but that's going to be lidocaine. That's going to be something completely different because you've got to be really careful. I don't think, I need to do it more. I wish I had a orthopedics here. My doctor said I look into surgery as pilot. And most people, if you're going to get any type of orthopedic surgery or hip surgery, they're going to require you to lose a substantial amount of weight ahead of time and make lifestyle changes. I had a lady that needed a hip operation, and she had gone through having a gastric procedure to help her lose weight. If you saw her in the original picture, two totally different people. When she was trying to get her hip replacement, she was then found out she had atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease and needed to get all this work done inside of her heart. She got, I think it was a bypass. She got the bypass done. And then she had to do cardiac rehab and maintain that. And this lady, she would hobble in with a cane, man. I mean, her pain, she would tell me, was like at a 12. And this was like a 70-year-old lady. It'd been heavy. Okay. This was somebody in serious agony. This lady would come in and do 45 minutes or sometimes she couldn't get that, but we would do what we could to get her through her rehab. 36 sessions of this stuff. Okay. So she could get cleared in the United States on insurance for her hip replacement. That's why all this shit Chantel's been saying, pardon my French, don't want to be demonetized, Buckle Bunny. Yes, IV pain meds rock. Yes, IV, absolutely. This hip, the Nightbot yelled at you for using the cappies again. Well, Omega, you know better than that. Anyway, let's finish out Miss Chantel so we don't go till ever here. I'll be like live streaming Kuwait style tonight, Chantel style on this coffee.
I'm doing okay, and I just hope that it goes away. You know, like I said, I've been told that this kind of thing takes time to heal. So sometimes it takes like months, sometimes it takes a couple of months, sometimes a few weeks. It just depends. So I'm trying to lose also some weight is good because especially in the abdomen, that can really pull on your vertebrae and just cause more problems. And which is, you know, why if you have a large abdomen, you know, a lot of pregnant women get sciatica. They develop sciatica when they're pregnant because of the extended abdomen. And I have that, you know, not pregnant, just being overweight. So that is something that I have to fix. And being in the 340s is seriously very encouraging. Like 341, so I only have a few pounds to be in the 330s, and like 3 pounds. And that will be a new low in years. I have not been that weight in a long time. So it's more for health at this point than anything. And I hope that I can achieve that for my better health and future. And I can get back to doing things for you guys. I want to touch on that a minute. I know that I haven't been camming up. And I will say the main reason is that being in bed, like I mentioned, is the least painful position for me at this point. and therefore I do a lot of my content from bed. Um, Probably even my cameos are going to be from bed. So,
Oh, don't you want to pay for a in-bed cameo? Hi. Let me get back to my better sound over here. On my last nerve. Hi, Chantel. It's on our last nerve tonight. Gas station sushi. Are you laughing? Are you laughing at? We were all kind of laughing at this one. Yes, we all found that good. And then what did Nightbot say? Ruthie. Ruthie, I think you and Nightbot are trying to flirt a little bit over here. Oh my goodness. She won't admit it's diabetes related illnesses, so she could do the mukbangs. Well, you see, this is the miracle that happened to Chantel. I guess she prayed pretty hard. Because it seems that she's just able to travel off to Thailand now or something and just do these awesome, fantastic live streams for everyone. She's gonna have new content. She's gonna be doing mukbangs. She's not gonna talk about her health. She's not gonna talk about Salau, the couples channel. You can go watch it. Yes, she's like, yeah, you were laughing at the comments. Oh, yeah, the comments are the best part, gas station sushi. Absolutely. But look at this. You don't realize that, Chantel? I can't take the art. I guess I guess the fan who drew this, I mean, it's very good. Don't get me wrong. But that's not Chantel. That is not Foodie Booty, not Foodie Booty ever. Now it might be Foodie Booty in her dreams, but it's not Foodie Booty. And I can let you know if Foodie Booty really why is she Asian? Now that's you think Chantel's now appropriating the Asian culture too for the mukbang? That's why. That's why she's Asian. Because she's going back to the mukbang content. That's why she's Asian. You know that. Oh, it's the maid from Dake Fupa's videos. I think it looks like it. Yes, but she's moonlighting as Chantel though today because Chantel has got to get ready for that new content. So she got to clear the calendar to get that new content ready because she's got a dang Nightbot got you, EM. You, no disassemble required. I think you and Rothy are trying to get into stealing Miss Ruthie here are trying to steal Nightbot from me. And we know that like what do you got going on? Did you see the latest Popey as the hairy hamster? Oh no, that sounds awesome. I'm gonna have to watch that in the morning because I'm definitely gonna be going to sleep. Okay, my voice is starting to go, so let's finish out Chantel's nonsense. We're almost there. Look at the line. This is just the thing that's killing me about it is if you're hearing this after we just heard the one she posted today, and then she's just supposedly in so much pain, the disc is out, she's got sciatica, she knows she needs to lose weight. At least, oh God, I can't even give her credit. There's no more credit for you, Chantel. You're terrible. You thought I was going to leave you alone this week. You thought I was off into a different world of review, different content. No, girl, you're always on my radar on your medical scams.
I just have to be comfortable and I don't want to show my room. Yeah, I don't want to show my room when I'm live streaming. I don't want to show my room in videos of me just laying down. It's not appropriate anymore for for my life. And I just also, the less I have to get dressed, the better. I do have to force myself to, go through the painful motions of getting dressed. I do get help from Salah, but just to go to the clinic and things like that, so nothing else is going on other than that. There's no conspiracy theories in that. That's basically just what it is, and I'll be back on camera before you know it, you know. Um, I've always been on camera for years and years, and I do miss filming with my face. I prefer that.
What is it?
But as soon as I'm better, whenever that will be, and whenever I'm able to get out of bed and do more content, I will do it. So anyways, I guess that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you some updates. And again, I'll weigh in probably next week and sometime. And until then, I wish you all the best and take care of yourselves. Bye.
Oh, okay. All right. So I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Miss Buckle Bunny, to hear about your cousin. I genuinely am. I know we're all laughing. And we're laughing because Chantel is so negligent about it. And I'm so sorry. Heart problems. He was 61. Armadillo was tried talking him to get his blood sugars down so he could get a defibrillator. Yes, absolutely. Have a good night. Are you going to bed, Grace Dawn? We're getting ready to finish up now. I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. Absolutely. I've had to have come to Jesus moments with people about not being, I've had patients literally lose their primary care because they've been non-compliant about going to their visits here in the US. Having insurance doesn't give you just a golden, ticket to get to see anybody. You do have to do your part as the patient. Otherwise, the provider is not going to see the point of having you as a patient any longer. So anyway, yeah, we're so sorry for your loss. On your last note, I don't know how you spare me, Nightbot. I didn't see what you wrote. I didn't see what you wrote. So I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, we're so sorry. So yeah, watch Poppy, watch Dank Fupa. Don't watch Chantel. Chantel is some utter nonsense. I am looking forward to her mukbang content and seeing, how we can keep promoting unmanaged type 2 diabetes and raging blood sugars here on the internet, because that's what she's so good at. We're getting almost up to like 3 hours. So I'm going to this live stream. I hope I didn't miss any. No, I'm not saying that I anticipate this. I am not Chantel. As you can see, I don't have like any memberships. I'm not asking for any membership, but I have had times that people have left me super thanks and super chats, and I've missed them sometimes. So I do apologize. So let me just check my page and then we'll just finish this out. Let me make sure I'm on mute so we don't hear my computer go off. Let me just check so I can make sure I do thank people if anybody did. And like I said, it's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to call out the oh, well, I am happy because I did just check and see, and I did hit 1,700 subscribers. So thank you for anybody who did take the time to hit the likes, hit the subscribes, and do all those good things. Let me just make sure. Thank you. Yes. Life and Vibe. You had a great night. My voice. I'm a fun nurse. My bedside man. Well, you had a great stream. I'm so glad you sub. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I asked for. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Good night. Like I said, I don't expect. Let me just double check, make sure, and then I this out. Nightbot. Make sure everybody you thank Nightbot in the chat, because Nightbot just brought it tonight. It did a great job for me. And made sure that everything went in, everything went well. We didn't have any problems, so we always enjoyed that. That was great. I know that everybody has your oldest daughter's an RN. Well, I know she's trying to help take care of you. And so everybody who just stayed and helped me, because the channel is like growing and trying to get to 2,000. Check out my other videos that I have released. I had a lot of fun doing the glitter and lasers try on haul reviews, and they, she's definitely I hear she's quite problematic. So I'm interested to get into her train wreck, because she's a bit of a train wreck. I've had requests to do Amberlyn Reed. um, and some of her content. So I'm gonna take a look. I have some other things that I've seen that are weird from TikTok that um, I want to take a look at. So just take a look for some other type of things that I just think are out here that I think are so problematic to people's health, or even like people using health to try to scam people. And I think Chantel is just there. I don't know what she's going to do next. We'll just find out. She is just from one thing to the next every single day on her channel. So she's nuts and rude. Who's nuts and rude? Is that Nightbot? Night. Yeah. Make sure you get your water in, everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here because we've almost been going a long time. I can't believe we went this long. Thank you guys. I had a great time. My dog needs to go out, get your water. Make sure you wear your sunscreen in the day. Take good care of yourselves. I promise you, I will see you on the next live. We shall be back. Bye.